Welcome to Peacock and Grey, and today we're going to present you with our 5 top tips for presenting your home for sale. Tip number 1, first impressions count massively. Research has shown that buyers make a decision within 3 seconds of them approaching a property, whether they're going to buy it or not. So that first 3 seconds when you're walking up a driveway, when you're entering a common parts to an apartment complex, so important because it will set the tone for the rest of the viewing. In fact, we've had buyers turn up outside a property and just say, no, I don't want to go see inside, even though it's a fantastic property inside. So it really is essential that you get those first impressions absolutely correct. So advice regarding that, what can you do? If you've got a driveway and it's perhaps a little bit dirty, hire a jet washer, get it, spend the weekend jet washing it, get it looking nice and clean. If you've got a front garden that perhaps has seen slightly better days, get a garden around, put some plants down there. Regards to your front door, does it need a repaint? Could it be a new colour? Can you put some plants by the front door? A couple of bay trees either side of the door can make a massive difference as you're walking up to the home. Before they've even entered the property, they already have a very feel-good factor about the property they're about to go and see. As I alluded to just now, you can do it in apartment blocks as well for flats. So if you live in a flat, don't think, well, there's nothing I can do. My common parts are not great. What can I do? Take it upon yourself just to do something. If the letters are put through the letterbox and they're strewn all over the floor, go out, buy a nice letter tray, somewhere nice to keep the post. If they're a bit dull, put some plants down there. Just make it a nicer approach. So before they've even knocked on your apartment door, they already feel, okay, this is somewhere I'd really enjoy coming home to after a long day at work. So it will help you massively before they've even stepped foot across your doorway in terms of what they feel about your property. Tip 2 is one that we get asked probably the most often, which is, should I declutter? And the answer is, if you have a lot of big bulky items and they're making the property look smaller, then absolutely yes, you should declutter. Items such as kids' toys that are blocking a lot of the space are quite commonly, we recommend to move them into the loft or into a garden shed just for a short period of time. A big concern by a lot of sellers is it going to cost me a lot of money? Do I have to hire a storage shed? Is that going to cost me money? And the answer is, well, it can do. So look at different options. So have you got friends and family that can store stuff for a couple of weeks? Can we do a show day at your property so all the viewings happen on one weekend so that you can just move stuff out of the property for that one weekend? We've got some clients, they chuck everything into their car and then drive back after the viewing and put everything back in the house afterwards. So there's loads of different options that you can do, but don't go mad. We have some clients that say, right, I'm going to declutter, and they take everything out of the property and you end up with a very soulless home. So keep all your stuff there, keep items there that have a meaning to you, but make sure that if they're big bulky items, if they're making the property look smaller, do take them out because it can make a massive difference. Step number 3 is you've now decluttered the house and you perhaps had a room that was perhaps a bedroom previously and it was a storeroom and now it's just an empty room. So create defined spaces, and that's tip number 3. Create defined spaces for the house. So if you had a room that used to be a bedroom, then it became a storeroom, now it's an empty room, put it back as a bedroom, put a child's bed in there. If your kids have grown up and moved out of the house, make it a kid's bedroom again so that when younger buyers are coming around, they can see that the space is there for a child's bedroom. If it used to be a home office but isn't anymore, or could be a home office, put a desk in there and a laptop, and then as buyers walk around they can say, okay, great, it's a room overlooking the garden, I can work from home here twice a week. And it will make a massive difference to visualise for buyers how they're going to be using the house and the space. Another classic space is a big entrance hallway that has perhaps become a dumping ground for coats and for golf clubs and such like, kids' bikes. Make that area clean again, make it an open space, create a defined space within that area. So make a little home office area there. So when buyers come around, they can think, okay, this is an extra space that I haven't seen in another property I've just been to view. You'll probably think, why didn't I do that years ago, and maybe don't want to move out, but it's definitely worth doing because it will add a massive amount of value to the property and to viewers as they come round compared to other properties that they're seeing that haven't done that. Tip 4, another one that we get asked very often is, should I deneutralise the property? Should I neutralise the property, sorry. And the answer to that is yes, if you have really heavy paint, heavy furniture in there that is making the property feel a lot darker, then you should try to make it lighten up a little bit, make it more suitable for more buyers. But don't go mad, because again, we see some people that will completely deneutralise a property and make it feel soulless. If you've got a room that's got some really strong wallpaper in there, that's or maybe some really funky furniture, keep it. Buyers want to see a sense of your style. It will make a difference. If a buyer's viewing 100 properties online, if yours stands out a little bit from the rest of the crowd, it's not a bad thing. So definitely keep an element of your own style to the property. Buyers do want to see that. So do neutralise properties, do make them a bit brighter, but don't go mad. Keep a sense of your style there as well. It's really important. Lastly, tip number 5 is get advice from your agents. Really important that you get the latest trends, the latest room trends, what's important in properties at the moment, what are buyers looking for, what you think might be important actually perhaps isn't. So get the agent's advice. At Peacock and Grey, we're happy to help you free of charge, not a problem at all. Give us a call, invite us in, we'll be happy to give you advice. We also offer a home dressing service. So if you've got an empty property, if you've got a property that you want advice regarding what furniture to put in there, really maximise the way the house is presented. We can put different artworks in there, really set the space and dress the space to how buyers want it. That's a service that we offer as well. So get in contact with us, have fun with it, enjoy it. I'm sure you'll enjoy living in the house once you've got everything done anyway, and you'll get a fantastic price when you're coming to sell it. So tip 5, get advice from the agents and just have fun with it, and you'll enjoy it, and you'll get a great price for the property when you're coming to sell it.